to do whatever may be necessary. That's pretty far-reaching. That's the sky's the limit.
Hello everybody, welcome to the show. So as per the title of this video, why make atheist videos on YouTube? Well, this is following, as I referenced in another video, of Noel Plum's point about making videos, motivating people, encouraging people to make videos, and indeed Thunderf00t's initiative. I'm not trying to steal, or I don't wish to win his $10,000 prize, I think. I just think it's a good idea post-Dramagate that people should make videos. The way I brainstormed a few ideas, I'll tell you what, I don't want to make it too technical. So I've broken it down in a few bullet points, I think. The real reason for me, everyone, to make it, and I would encourage anyone else to do it, is motivation. Okay, the big M. But I'm going to leave that point to last. What I would say in terms of context or content you're making, remember the genre that we're in. It's a difficult genre, and that's probably why people are very reticent to get involved in it. If you want to put your foot in the water and get in there and sort of start making videos, as I say, the subject material is difficult. It's difficult to dance around the edges. It's atheism is taking on the last taboo. Your subject material, I mean, it could be news content, it could be addressing other videos. Noel Plum mentioned it, response to other people's stuff. Regularity, yeah, that's a question, because when you're starting out, I mean, it can affect your motivation if nobody's watching it, but again, once you start accumulating subs or views particularly, it will kind of should pan out. Regularity, how often do you make a video? What I would say on that very quickly is don't make videos just for the sake of making a video, and don't make videos if you're bored, because people will see through it. I suppose try to find a good story, something that makes you angry or motivated, and you think, right, I'm going to seize on that, and then do the homework and put it into play. Technique, scripted or unscripted. It depends. Bullet points, yeah, you can do some brainstorming, take some notes. I'm generally unscripted, I'm quite spontaneous, but I do have a lot prepared in my head, so a bit like an actor on stage, I kind of know what I'm going to say, and I'm going to a big long run. My problem is that I can meander, so that is a personal characteristic that you have to edit yourself in your brain as you go along. Scripted or unscripted, the thing about it is you can just write a beautiful prose, and then in your editing program, you can sort of read it right through and accompany it with visuals or whatever, like Thunder does. The thing is, with no criticism on that score, I can find, or so I tend to find, that depending on how it's done, it can sound very static, unanimated, and sort of, unless you're a very good actor, there's no passion in it sometimes. So it's up to everyone to say, what is your cup of tea? But I tend not to narrate, because I just, as I say, it can be very flat and lack passion. Special effects, well, yeah, as for special effects, everyone, of course you can use green screen if you want. I mean, it's good for the narration like I've been doing. It's a lot of work to set up, and sometimes you get no thanks for it, but whatever you're willing to do. As for equipment, basics, I use a basic editing program. I don't normally record on webcam, but there's nothing wrong with that either. I prefer to use my babies here, principally this one. It's got 240 gigabyte memory. It's a bit of a monster. It's a nice big lens, takes in lots of photons, is good. And a backup of this old Canon, but even using two cameras, sometimes it's showing off and it's not really necessary. So I guess keep it simple. Yeah, something like that. I would rather speak, everyone, I said this in a comment to Noel Plum's video when he concentrated on editing. There are a million videos out there on editing, nothing got to do with atheism, YouTube atheism, or anything like that. Or green screen indeed, just for every other subject. Again, there's lots of videos. I would prefer to talk just a little sort of on the psychology of it. Yeah, that sounds very grand, but what am I talking about in that? Well, we're talking confidence, really, if you have the confidence to do it. Again, based on number one, which is motivation. It's a difficult subject, as I said before. You have to have a thick skin, because you're taking on friends, family, society, all of that kind of thing. You'll get the praise within the community. You'll also get the abuse. And if you're starting out and you're not used to it, I'd like to regard myself as being a little bit of a veteran at this point. It's difficult to know in the comments section, everybody, and you'll get criticized, turning them off and on and stuff like that, but it is your channel in the end. What I would say from experience in my life is that, yeah, how you control your channel. If you get comments, for example, that have persistent comments that have absolutely nothing got to do with the content of the video, and they go off on a big tangent or just completely personally insulting you, and again not referencing one damn point in the video, you go into that channel, you see if there's a photo or ID, you see if there's any subs or any views or anything else, and oftentimes that's the case. It took me a long time to learn. Congratulations, you're being trolled. And it's up to you at that point, but I haven't got the time and patience for it. If I am being trolled under the legitimate circumstances, delete and block. It's the only way to keep sane, because it's already a difficult area that we're in. You get enough abuse on the legitimate side, anti-religion side, without someone, as we say in my country, acting the bollocks. Okay, that's it. Of course, the trolls will gang up on you sometimes. Be careful of that. They form their groups, but anyway, I'm not going to obsess about that. And okay, there's a lot of other videos on how to deal with that. Hobby or obsession? This would be, in terms of feedback, hobby or obsession. It is fun. It's a fun thing to do, but I wouldn't become too obsessed either with the technical quality of it, whether people watch it or not. It's easy, you know, for people to pass judgment out there, but oftentimes it's people who don't make any videos at all themselves. If you are out there, at least you're trying. Another point I was going to say is that, you know, in terms of your presentation, showing your face and all that, in terms of confidence, again, you can just use narration. I know it's scary for some people. A half measure, which I started at the beginning, was to go halfway and wear sunglasses or something like that. It didn't work for me. I only did that at the beginning because I kind of wanted to show that it wasn't about me, it was about what I was saying, not my ugly face. It didn't work. Everyone thought I was an asshole, so I stopped wearing the sunglasses. It's not like they're going to completely disguise you anyway. What I would say then as well, confidence, objective, it's like the analogy I will use, everyone, it's a bit like learning the guitar. Years ago when I started learning guitar, okay, I was a teenager, and I went for guitar lessons and started studying music, and my music teacher said to me, he said, "Sky, what do you want to do is learn guitar for?" And I think I gave answers, so the girls will like me at school, or I'll have more friends. Bad answer. And I said, no, I'm only teasing. It's because I love the guitar and I like making music, regardless if anyone listens to me. And it's a bit like that for me with YouTube, everyone. It really isn't, it cannot be a popularity contest, because that would break your heart very quickly. It's about the objectives that you have. You can't pander to the audience, is my point. You just got to do it relevant to your life, your situation, and your experience. The last point, everyone, motivation. That was my number one on the list. My real motivation, why do I make atheist videos? Again, it's not for popularity or anything else. It's because of my own life experience, whatever yours is, and will be your motivation to start making videos, whether you were brought up Christian, annoyed about that, creationist, evangelical, Catholic, like I was. You know my feelings about the Catholic Church, well, any of my subs do, Muslim, whatever the case may be. One of the examples that I'm going to show you that really outlines my motivation is the whole idea of mind control and basically making a prison of the human mind. And to illustrate that, I'll just show you this clip here.
어머니 수령님을 존중이 않지한 영구처가 서서히 어머니 수령님 이게 정말이란 말입니까? 정녕 영결의 시각이 다가왔단 말입니까?
Yes, the living nightmare of North Korea. It is no accident, everyone, that Christopher Hitchens drew this analogy so often in terms of describing religion. He made absolutely no difference, because at its heart and soul, that's the problem. It's mind control. North Korea is the extreme example, of course. And they see their great leader and now the dear leader as living gods and entities, and then present this facade to the world. It is the most tragic case in the history of the world, I think. For those, I just threw in this map, for those of you who do escape, this is their escape route, if they can make it. They often carry poison with them, so that if they're going to be sent back, they will just kill themselves. And then they get to the embassy and they make their way to South Korea. But of course, it's the same principle. Saudi Arabia, in my mind, the same. Saudi Arabia, though, would be like a holiday camp in terms of freedoms compared to North Korea. But the same principle applies: mind control, and don't ask why. Our Catholic friends, of course, brought up in false beliefs, not allowed to question, excommunication and hellfire and all those kind of things. I don't see much difference in it. Same principle. So there we are, everyone. That is really one of my motivations, and it's so important. It annoys me, and I'm not looking for the Nobel Prize, but really and truly, that's the kind of shit that really annoys me and keeps me going, even when I don't want to make videos and I'm a bit down, or I don't get the feedback or the love. I don't care. It's all I have to do is watch a video about, in that clip that I've shown you, any of those subjects or areas, and it soon gets me back on my horse again. Anyway, so if you are thinking of making atheist videos, I would encourage you to do so in whatever level of openness you want to do. Good luck with it, and it is fun. It is fun. The good, the bad, and the ugly, but it is fun. So go for it. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Bye bye.
Is that all you have to say?